Okay, so the next topic is automatic receipts. So first we'll see what are the setups required. Once we're done with the setups, we'll create few transactions and we'll see how those transactions can be converted into receipts, which we call as automatic receipts. So so if you compare with EBS, the same setups as it is we are going to do here. Okay, let's proceed with that, and there will be some small changes related to sequential number generation for the automatic receipts. We'll talk on that. So first what we have to do is we have to create the separate receipt class and method for automatic receipts. So I create a receipt class and method for automatic receipts. And we have to set the sequential numbering option at ledger. Set sequential numbering at ledger. Means here will be ledger level will decide what level the number should run, and we can create sequential numbering to generate the numbering for receipts, and assign this receipt method to the customer, as well as will create the customer bank account also. So create or say assign find receipt method customer, and add customer bank account also. Okay, we'll be adding the account to the customer. So then that would be enough. Then say add business unit to internal payee list. We have to map our business unit to internal payee list, then only system will allow us to process this automatic receipts. So after completing these setups, we'll create 2 to 3 transactions, and we'll see how to create automatic receipts for the same. Create automatic receipts. Fine. First we'll go and create the receipt class and method for automatic receipts. Go to our implementation project. Just search for the task called as receipt class and methods. So receipt classes. So manage receipt classes under methods. Click on go to task icon. Click on create. Say Google automatic receipt class, which we are creating to create the receipts automatically. So it's just I'm naming as Google automatic. How we are going to create receipts? Through automatic process. Okay, and here you can add receipt method, how you are going to get the payment from the customer. Say bank transfers, Google bank transfers. And here you can specify automatic processing options. Receipts inherit transaction number. If you want to set up sequential numbering setup where we create the sequence and we'll be mapping that sequence to our receipt method as a category, you can do it. Otherwise, you can enable the checkbox where system will copy the transaction number to receipt number. If you enable this, we don't need to set up sequential numbering also. So number of receipts rules, how many receipts system has to create. So based on the transaction that you can specify, say one per invoice. For each invoice, system has to create separate receipt. Okay, customer payment method, say bank transfers, receipt maturity date rule, earliest, and the lead days you can set to 0. No need to go with the future days due related consideration. And here you can add the bank account details. We'll be getting the payment into which account. Just click on add, select RPU, select bank, account. So minimum receipt amount, say $10. Just provide required accounts. And select receivable activities called as unearned and earned discounts. Done. So save and close. Okay. This we created. So save and close. Okay, in the receipt method level itself, we enable inherit receipt number as transaction number as a receipt number. So because of that specification, this numbering is not required. But anyway, we'll see here where we have that numbering specification at ledger level. We'll see what are the different options we have. So go to ledger options to verify. So what level the numbering you want to generate, that you can set it up at ledger level itself. That's how they're given this option in Fusion. In EBS, we don't see that. So go to specify ledger options. Okay, task is specify ledger options. The ledger options, here you could see the sequencing. Okay, so what level you want to set the sequencing. Say you want to set the sequencing ledger level. Ledger specific numbering system has to create, that should be applicable for which modules. Okay, enforce document sequencing, payables or receivables, or else you want to set legal entity level numbering, that you can specify. So how it has to be, at what level it should work. That's how you can specify. Based on once you set this, you can go and create the sequential numbering, that automatic whenever you have a receipt, it will start triggering the same numbering. But here we set option as a take transaction number as a receipt number. This specification is not required. Even this sequential numbering also not at all required for us. But I'll just will go through that setup part. Document sequence is for receivables here. So manage receivables document sequences. From here you can define the sequential numbering. If you set ledger level, any one of the option. You can give the name and application receivables, module also receivables. Okay, type automatic, determine type, what level you want to set. So ledger level or legal entry level. So here within this you have an option called as business unit also. Here you can assign the sequence to specific receipt method. Okay, that's how you can do it. If it totally depends, if you are going to copy the transaction number to receipt is not required, otherwise we have to complete this setup. So from here system will be taking the number generation. So this is just for information. This is where we can set ledger level, what options we have here. If required sequence you can create, otherwise in this level we specified. Now what we'll do is the same receipt method will go and assign to our customer. Go to manage customers. Customer name is Google customer 1. Click on customer account. So profile. Sorry, it's all about payment, right? Scroll little down. Here you can add the receipt method, customer payment method. So we created as a Google bank transfers, right? Select Google bank transfers. You may set this payment method as a receipt method as a primary. And below we have a payment instruments. Under that, go to bank account. So here we have a create bank account and add bank account. We can add existing bank account. So we don't have any bank account for customer, we'll go and create it. Click on create. The bank belongs to which country? Customer bank, say US. Okay. Account number. So we'll use customer also have account in the Google bank only. Okay, select same branch, nothing wrong. Or else we have to create and we have to select here. So account name, Google customer account. We're done. So here we added bank account details also to customer. Click on save and close. The same setup we have to complete at site level, customer address level also. Go to sites, click on site number. Go to payment details. Just add payment method, assign payment method to customer, site level. Method is Google bank transfers. Mark it as it's a primary. And here again we no need to create the bank accounts, already we created and we associated to customer at account level. The same we can add to site. Click on add. So this is the account we created already and assigned to account. Same you can assign to site. Okay, done. Say save and close. Now we have to add our business unit to internal payee list. Reality, when you deal with the credit card payments, this setup we have to do, but they made it as a mandate in the fusion, even for bank account transfers also. So you have to include you have to define our business unit as a payee, internal payee. You have to specify that. So you can search for the task called as internal payees. So manage internal payees. Just click on search. You can find out few existing definitions, or else you can create. Just it's all about giving the name only. So within that we have to add it. We'll go with this vision online. So here you can add. Click on add business unit. So 1 second. Payment system, global payment system. Any value select. It doesn't make any difference. It's all about value selection. Select your BU. Make sure that in this you are assigning selecting your BU. Then only for which BU we are selecting into internal payee list. For that BU only you can create the automatic receipts. Done. Now we'll go and create two or three transactions. Then we'll convert as a receipts automatically. Go to transaction workbench. Billing. Google invoice transaction source. Customer is Google customer 1. Write any description. Say complete and create another. Oh, sorry. Before that we have to make sure that system is defaulting that payment method and everything. This is a transaction number. 1 second, verify. So this is a transaction number which we created just now. Okay, system has to default the receipt method as a bank transfers. That will go and verify Go to more, under payments. Okay, it should default. It's not defaulting, we can just select it. Google bank transfer, it's very important. We set as a default also, but it's not taking, so we are doing through manual. Done. Now we'll create two more transactions. Say create transaction. Transaction source is Google invoice. Customer is Google customer. Some services. Say $10,000. And basically, if you go and click on show more, and if you go to payments, you don't see any information. Even payment method also you don't see here. Just what you can do is click on save. And click on show more. Go to payment. Okay, still it is not displaying. Basically it should default, but no issues. We can say complete and review. Now you can add the receipt method for this transaction. Save it. Let's create one more transaction. So Google invoice. Okay, say goods. Say complete and review. Go to show more. Google bank transfers. Okay, done. So we have three transactions. Now we'll go and create the receipts. We'll try to convert those transactions as a receipt with the criteria of the specific receipt method. Go to accounts receivable. Here we have a task called as create automatic receipts. For which receipt method you want to create automatic receipts? Google bank transfers. You may set some other invoice criteria if you want to add. Otherwise, say submit. Okay, process submitted. So that batch information you could see here. Before system would get updated, you can switch from one task to another task. So we come back to accounts receivable. You could see there is one batch created by system. It's a pending approval. Actual count is 3. It is creating 3 receipts. So batch number. So within the batch system is picking 3 transactions. 25, 10, 5. Whatever we entered, you can say approve. The batch number is 1002. Just to refresh, you can switch one tab to another tab. We are done. Now you can go to manage receipts and enter the batch number 1002. Search. 3 receipts system should create automatically. It might be running the process. Wait for some time. Okay. We'll just go and check the status of the request. Automatic creation remittance log. Still it is just running. Okay. Wait for some time. So this process ended with some error. We'll see the log. So examinations and failed read timeout exceptions. So select this batch job. Click on this log or output file. Payment by What it is, receipts 024 worker. It was showing right as criteria. We'll just go and check it. Why it is ending with error? Why it is not taking those? We'll try once again. Earlier it got selected and how come it is just missing that information? Say submit. Selected. Right. Select this batch and say upload. So basically, if you don't add internal pay, you'll just this process will end with error and all. So we already added. Still, what's wrong with that? We'll see. Just we'll go to ESS job page. Just refresh. Okay, we'll see once again just how it is going to end. Based on that, we'll just look for some solution. With the error. So 1 second, we'll go to reset class. We'll go with the other receipt method, receipt class. Let's say Google new automatic set as a required confirmation. Just associate the bank account details for this. Just say add. Say save and close. So manage customers. So go to account and just override the receipt method. Change to Google bank transfer, which we created just now. You can keep bank accounts as it is. Go to site. Say save and close. Fine, done. So now we'll go and create 2 or 3 transactions and we'll test again. So done, everything is fine. Let's create one more transaction. Say complete and review. Go to show more. Let's tag to our receipt method. Now we'll go and create the receipts. Create automatic receipts. Submit. Batch is created. 2 receipts are there. Now we have to approve it. Directly we can say approve or approve format. I think you can do it. We'll go to ESS job page. Okay, this will create receipt source also for automatic and will try. We'll create one transaction. We'll submit the automatic receipts once again. So go to accounts receivable, create automatic receipts. Let's submit all at a time. Same issue seems to there is some instance related issue. So we don't need to worry about it. This will be executing in the different instance. So aging methods not working. Customer import also not working. Right. So we'll do in the different instance. No issues. Create accounting entries and transfer to ledger. That just it's all about submitting the job. Schedule processes. See, if not from here directly, we can submit from the specific work areas. Go to billing or accounts receivable. Say create account. It's for receivables. So transfer post in the GL. You can say submit. Fine, we can go and find the journal entries for receivables transactions in GL. We'll just go and check once. Source you can select as receivables. Say okay. The accounting period is May 18. Search. So account render transfer to GL. Done. And the overview on period close process. Already I shared the document I placed in the Google Drive as a part of payables itself. You can go through it. When I talk about reconciliation, same process what we did for payables. What we have to do for receivable account, we have to set the financial category and we have to run the process, and we can run the report to see the details. We'll go and do that. So just look into the process. So we have to set the financial category for this accounts receivable account. For which control account we are going to do the reconciliation, we have to select with the financial category. So task is chart of accounts, value sets. Value set is corporate account. So this is the account we used. Okay. Set financial category as account receivables for that account. This is the first step. So after setting up, we have to run the process which will fetch the balances for this account from GL as well as receivables itself. Go to schedule processes. Just search with the term called as reconciliation. Here you can see prepare receivables to general ledger reconciliation. Select this job. Okay, prepare receivables to general ledger reconciliation. Say OK. Request name is reconciliation May 18. So ledger is mandatory. You may, if you want to do it for specific BU, you may select it or else ignore and select for which month we want to submit this. So May 18. So everything's fine. Here you have to select that account, which account you classified as a accounts receivable account. This is the account which we used in auto accounting configuration. Right, submit. Okay, done. Okay, now go to accounts receivable. Here you can find the task called as receivables to ledger reconciliation. Click on that. So automatically it will fetch the balances from GL as well as receivables for the same control account which we selected in the job called as prepare payables to ledger reconciliation. If any differences you could see here. So there is some differences which you can notice. So there is unapplied receipts amounts and unapplied and unidentified receipts. Okay, you can just click on that information and which receipts and all it will display. Accordingly, you can go and perform the applications which need to be done. And again, you have to run that prepare process, prepare pay receivables to ledger reconciliation. Again, we have to submit this report. Then we can just will come to know again still any differences are there or not. That's how we can make sure that the it's getting reconciled. Scroll a little up here. Okay. So here are some receipts. So ADFDA receipts. You can just notice, and this is the one. Other also ADFDA. Two. These are just unapplied. So this is how you can get the information. Based on that, you can take the necessary action on that, so that you can make sure that there is no variance between these two applications for the same control accounts. I guess these automatic receipts are not working. Maybe the reason few accounts disabled in this environment. Somebody just maybe I don't know the reason. Like so, we could notice as some few accounts are disabled as a part of our value set. That might be resulting as a error in this automatic receipts. Anyway, this is how just we can submit the auto reconciliation. This already I shared the document. You can go through it. These are the concepts which are pending from receivables. Will take into pending list. So these which are pending will be testing in the other environment. So AP side also I think we have approvals, right? PO based we done, right? We tested. P2P we tested. Done. Yep. Invoice approvals also pending. Okay, so far whatever we covered from those, so these are the concepts which are pending. Invoice approvals from your side is in this page itself, it is not opening, right? So this and all we just tried with the setups and all. Only the point on we just gone through the process. Only the targeted point here is we have to see the results. Okay. We don't need to discuss once again very detailed level since already we done that. Only the point is to see the results. Quickly we'll go through the setups in the other environment and we'll execute this. Fine, let it be as a pending. We'll see like in the other different instance we'll do all this. Fine. So except these 2-3 pending concepts, we're done with the receivables application. Fine. So as soon as possible, we'll be covering these pending concepts. Okay. So in another instance, so once we're done with that, in the tomorrow session, what we'll do is we'll start with the O2C cycle. We'll do the OM configuration and we'll see the O2C cycle. After completing that, we can start with the cash management, then fixed assets. Finally, we'll just look at GL along with that other modules, the basic configuration, process flow, expense, and fusion tax also will be covered. So, any questions from today's session, please? Of course, we didn't do much in today's session since there is some issue with this.
Lakshman,
Yeah.
after the
Yeah, please. I'm not able to hear you.
after this session, do you think I can call you?
Okay, Suresh.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Fine, then that's all for today. We'll connect tomorrow and we'll start with the O2C OM configuration. Yeah.
Hi Lakshman.
Yeah, hi.
Lakshman, I need one help on Oracle certification. Can I talk after the session?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
fine. Thanks.
Send you a mail also. Already I dropped a mail to ERP. I think I dropped a mail. Could you please check that?
Okay, you just mailed on this mail ID?
Okay.
No, I'm just asking you. Have you sent mail on this ID or different ID?
Yes, I already dropped a mail.
Okay, I'll check it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll check it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Fine. Okay. So fine, we'll connect tomorrow and we'll start with a OM configuration and we can see the O2C cycle. Okay. So that's all for today. We'll connect tomorrow. Have a good day and good night. Thank you all.